This crow came out of nowhere and is alerting me that he's here. So we might have some intermittent caw-cawing as I'm talking.
Whoa, I hit record a drop, you can't ignore it. I'm transforming.
So anyways, guys, I wanted to kick off my new revamped channel and do just a quick little introductory about myself, what I do, and kind of what my plans are for this channel. So anyways, hello. My name is Anya Pedersen. I've been married for about 2.5 years now, so I would still technically say I'm a newlywed. I've been a competitive runner, I would say, for about 7 or 8 years now. Before then, I was mostly a hobby runner, just because I love the outdoors so much. I grew up in a very outdoorsy family. I race sled dogs. Random fact, I raced sled dogs for about a decade, which is so much fun. Just the coolest experience, and it's a season that I look back on and it brings me so much joy. So if you ever get an opportunity to ride on a dog sled, please do. You don't want to turn that down. It's an amazing experience. So anyways, yeah, I was a dog sledder. I was into downhill skiing, a lot of snowboarding. I do a little bit of that now, but I'm not as aggressive as I used to be. I originally started as a road runner. That's mainly my background. And I just jumped into a couple races and with very little training ended up doing really well and thought, wow, let's see what happens when we train. And I just fell in love with the sport very quickly. Even though I trail run as well now, but I still love both the road aspect. I would say, as far as some of my past credentials, my 5K PRs on the track, 16:24, 10K PR, which was a road race, oh gosh, 36, I think it was 36, 34, somewhere around that range. And half marathons, I've never actually trained and raced for a half marathon. It's usually thrown in there for longer races, so nothing crazy fast in that area. I've never actually trained for a marathon. I've done marathons, but they're usually in between doing ultras, and I use them for my long runs. I would say, I have attempted to train for a marathon. My goal was to do a 2:55 at this one, and I felt really great. Paces and times, my cycle, everything was going great. And then, of course, the flu hit 2 weeks before the race, and I was so sick at that starting line. I felt miserable. You know that feeling where you just feel like a brick. Nothing is moving, you just feel so heavy. And it wasn't until 2 days before that I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna run this. It's not gonna be a race. But I just figured, I signed up for this race, let's just do it. And so my goal was to get at least under 3:30. I was so tired, coming off of a lot of body aches and chills, but I ended up getting 3:07. So, not a great time. I was hoping, I had trained for 2:55, but being that I was sick, I'm happy with the 3:07 that I got. As far as the trail scene goes, my niche is kind of everything 50K and under. I really love the shorter trail distances. I'm finding I'm really good at really short and aggressive. My joke is I can climb a mountain very fast, but not multiple mountains. And so I keep trying. There's just this gritty side of the long ultra distances, like the 100s and the 200s. My ego says you gotta do them because that little voice in my head keeps thinking I'm not going to be truly badass until I do these distances, which is a complete lie. Every distance is badass. And so I do okay in the 50s and 100Ks. I did try to train for 100 this last year. I ended up having a big working weekend the same weekend as the race, and so I ended up having to bail. But same, like I'm not really thrilled about the longer distances, and so I'm thinking like maybe I might cut it back and just do these shorter things because it's just fun. So 50Ks, I haven't done a really fast course yet, so I would love to see under a 3:30 pace for a 50K, which I think I can totally do in the future. But I haven't done a fast 50K course, so my PR is I almost broke the 4-hour mark. So I got 4 hours and like 40 seconds. I was super bummed, but it was a lot of fun anyways. And that was a race that I got first overall at, which made it even more fun to attempt racing the guys in. Like I said before, I love 25Ks. They're so much fun. And probably my most honorable moment, and that's why I'm kind of really intrigued about getting into sky running in the future, which if you don't know what sky running is, it's just really gritty, aggressive terrain. But sure, there's longer distances, but a lot of them are classically 25K, 50 and 50Ks. They're just gritty and insane, and they're usually set at high altitude. So my moment that I was really excited about, my first sky race, which was at Run the Rets, which is over in Big Sky, Montana, which the base sits at 9,000 feet and you climb up to about 11,000 feet in altitude. Coming from sea level, I felt it. And that year, it so happened to be the National Sky Series Championship. So anybody who is anybody in the Sky Series was there to compete. And so it was a really big year. I started off probably way back in 40th place and actually made it to 10th place by the last probably about the last mile, but then I just got passed by another girl. It was beautiful. She would just happen to be stronger than me that day, and it was all good. I missed the purse because the money purse goes all the way to 10th place, but to be 11th place in my first sky race, I did not train properly for this. I didn't know what to do. I pretty much ran in 90-degree weather up and downstairs all day. That's really what I did to train for this race, and no experience going into it, but it ended up being one of the coolest experiences. And to be able to have made 11th place, and it was cool to see the lineup. Like, this gal was from France, this gal was from Spain, this gal was from Colorado, and there's little old me from Spokane, Washington. So I'm happy. So I really, really, really want to get back into these someday. I love them. And yeah, as far as future goes, right now we're making a baby. Really excited about the season that I'm in. Whatever the season holds after, my goals are, as far as, like, I would really love to find my speed again and actually attempt, after all this fun, exciting OTQ qualifying times for the Olympic trials and the marathon. I know so many gals that got in this year, and it was so exciting. And so I'm kind of eating that up, and I would love to attempt that for 2024. I do know that they're going to lower the B standard quite a bit, so it's going to be extra work, but that's a really huge goal. Ever since I was a little kid, I wanted to get into the Olympic trials. I didn't care what for, I just wanted to get into the Olympic trials. So we're gonna make the marathon the goal in the future. And yeah, I want to see myself getting back and doing more sky races, because I've only done 2 of them and I did great at 2 of them, and I loved both of them so much. So it's really nice to, I think I'm finally, after 8 years of competition, I'm slowly starting to find my niche in what I love to do, and realizing, like, I don't need to do these insanely long distances to feel good about myself. Don't listen to that little voice in your head. Whatever you do, it's all badass. That being said, as far as a long distance race goes, I am intrigued with Badwater 135. You know, a combination of the road, combination of ultra and heat. I love racing and running and heat. So that's another big goal of mine. So anyways, that was short story long about my running backgrounds. I'm also a sports massage therapist, rehabilitation, all of that. I worked for physical therapists for the past 5-6 years with them. I mean, I've been a massage therapist for almost 8 years now, and I love it. It's a lot of fun. It's tough work, but the human body is so intriguing to me, and I love watching people get better. It's really rewarding. So along with that, I'm also certified in biomechanics. I love, like I said, the body is amazing. I love working with form. So certified as a coach in that area. And I also, fun and random fact, that I know some of you know, but it's the most random thing, but I also work for my parents' company, which we paint murals on water tanks. It's a lot of fun. So I get to travel around the country doing that. And random, I mean, my dad and my uncle have been voted top tank muralists in the nation. So yeah. Anyways, so there you have it. That's who I am. Married to an amazing man and living in a cute little mountain desert town in central Washington, and baby on the way. Like, life is just, I couldn't be more fortunate. So anyways, my goal is to get a video out at least once a week. I'm sorry I'm a little all over the place, but as things carry on, I will have a set day for videos to come out. I'm going to be vlogging, like I said in the last video, about my personal journey, as well as on the side interviewing other mother runners, maybe doing some really cool product reviews on must-have for pregnant runners. Things that I have found have been really helpful for me thus far. So anyways, if you can just subscribe down below, give me a like, and yeah, enjoy following me on this journey. Anyways, have a happy, beautiful, glorious day.